Joining us now for more, former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani. Mr. Mayor, great to have you back. Donald Trump was asked about this race last night. Take a look at what he said.
I'm not a fan of Cuomo one way or the other, but if it's going to be between a bad Democrat and a communist, I'm going to pick the bad Democrat all the time.
All right, so you endorse the Republican, Mr. Mayor. You endorse Curtis Sliwa. Are you going to regret that if Mandami does win this thing tomorrow?
Nope. I'm not going to regret it at all. I'm going to be very proud of the fact that I stuck with my principles. Look, we didn't get to where we are as a Republican Party by being a plaything of the Democrat Party and voting for candidates where we had to hold our nose. We went from Goldwater to Reagan, taking some licks and sticking for a set of principles that meant something to someone. Now, Cuomo is, you just can't pull a lever down for him. Look, I see 48 cop killers walking the streets of the city because of Andrew Cuomo, because of the bill that he signed. I can tell you there are 5,000 to 7,000 criminals walking the streets of the city that wouldn't be if he hadn't signed another bill. And finally, I can tell you a lot of those mentally ill people would be in the empty rooms that they have to put them in if it weren't for him. That's Andrew, who was a moderate, sucking up to the left. So you tell me that's not going to happen again. I just don't trust it. I also believe that a party has to, you got to stick with your people. Nobody's going to run for you if you do that. And Mandami's not Curtis's fault. Mandami is the fault of the people who vote for him. If they're stupid enough to vote for him, as Ed Koch said, well, then you got to live with him.
Let me ask you about another topic. So anti-Semite Nick Fuentes was on Tucker Carlson's show. That's fine. Look, Tucker can invite whoever he wants on his show, but it's gotten a lot of attention because after the appearance, Kevin Roberts, who runs the Heritage Foundation, weighed in on Fuentes going on Tucker's show. Take a look.
We will always defend America, and we will always defend our friends against the slander of bad actors who serve someone else's agenda. That includes Tucker Carlson, who remains, and as I have said before, always will be a close friend of the Heritage Foundation. The venomous coalition attacking him are sowing division. Their attempt to cancel him will fail.
No one's trying to cancel Tucker, to my knowledge. But, Mr. Mayor, I don't understand why Roberts felt the need to weigh in on this issue. Do you think he is the type of person that should be running the Heritage Foundation? And should people look at how much they're donating to the Heritage Foundation?
Well, they made a terrible mistake. And in the case of Tucker, it's not accidental. He's been doing this now for about a year. I like Tucker very, very much. Consider him a friend, admire him, but I find the things that he's done over the last year to be odd. Would it be much too weak a word? Imagine saying that he hates Governor Huckabee and Lindsey Graham because they support Israel? Or how about the interview? The interview was pathetic. He might as well have had Fuentes sitting on his lap and patting him on the head, the way he did with Putin. I mean, if you got a chance to interview Putin, if I got a chance to interview Putin, as once happened to me in China, they'd probably throw me out of Russia.
Yeah, I give him...
But I challenge him. I challenge this guy. I mean, what are you trying to do? Here, the Republican Party is ascendant, and you want to put the poison pill of anti-Semitism into the Republican Party after all the good work the president has done for the Middle East and for the Jewish people. And this is the oldest prejudice in the history of the world. I mean, you got to be ignorant to be anti-Semitic, among other things. And the interview was pathetic. It was like a boxer throwing a fight. It's the second time he's done it. The remarks that he's made are, Bibi is a liar. If it weren't for Bibi, we never would have been able to take out the Iranian nuclear facilities. He made it possible for our Air Force to fly over Iran, and they weren't capable of firing a single damn thing at us. I mean, I don't know what kind of world he lives in, but this isolationist thing is getting to be I understand that America shouldn't be in wars they shouldn't be in. I believe that. But I also believe you can't be an isolationist. If somebody wants to come in and rip your house apart, I'm an isolationist? Come on, rip my house apart? And President Trump isn't an isolation. He's a practical man. So I don't know what's wrong with Tucker. He owes us an explanation, or as far as the head of the foundation, that's up to them. And it doesn't seem to me that guy has terribly good judgment. But it's up to the foundation to, if anything, he should have been apologized for having gotten a person to do the questioning who didn't ask any questions.
Well, I hope they do.
How are you? When were you born? Do you like it? Would you like some ice cream?
I hope they do, Mr. Mayor. Heritage Foundation, was at one point the gold standard of think tanks, and this just
it's
seemed,
not that right now.
Rudy Giuliani, great to see you tonight. Thanks so much for being with us. We'll hope for a miracle tomorrow in the city I know you love so much, New York City. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
They happen occasionally.
Yeah, they do. Good to see you. Thank you.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.